Let's meet the visiting team, Chicago Bulls. At guard, Jerome Wood. At forward, Jeffrey. Let's bring up the stars.
Well, we've got some explosive athletes out here tonight, Grant, and front row seats to watch it.
You know, B.A., they're going to be stuffing that highlight reel all night. I mean, you can feel the energy in this place. The crowd is definitely ready for it.
And now the opening lineup for Chicago. It's deflected. With the floater. Always a nice way to start. His first one.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Edwards looking for an opening. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
Misses the 3. The Hawks have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Pass to Ellis. The steal. Here we go. All alone. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one misses.
For the Bulls. 2 shots.
Good on the second one. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Here's Evans. 17 points in his last outing. It's tipped.
A very sluggish start on offense. 4 attempts with nothing to show for it.
Over to the left wing.
That's a whistle he did not want to hear. His second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
The Hawks making a switch here. Terry's checked in.
Number 4, Dalen Terry.
Driving inside. Atlanta with the rebound. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Outside Edwards. Off target from 3-point range.
I mean, just a tough start. Missing their first 5 shots.
To the middle. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Terry. Started by Wood. Edwards with it. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And with the playoffs quickly approaching, the end of the regular season power rankings. Taking a look at Atlanta, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Well, right now for the Bulls, they have a game plan, and they followed it accordingly. That's why they're in the position they are now. A fantastic team that plays so well together.
Roddy, he's checked in for Terry.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Edwards, a pass to Ellis. To end the cold spell. And there it is for him.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Ellis. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be Evan Mobley.
At the line for Atlanta, Ellis. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. It's both from the stripe.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
To the paint. Goes back up. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Roddy. And And they cash it in right away with a quick shot.
Yeah, just continuing to unlock his game. If Edwards adds the playmaking component, oh, watch out.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. And a chance here to check out some stats for him. Chicago trailing here. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. It's tipped. And it's Bird with a rebound.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Outside Edwards. No good from outside.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line. I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
That shot missing.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
And now that we're late into the season, Grant, what do you think teams are trying to accomplish?
Well, you know, BA, for the playoff teams, it's all about getting the best seed and matchup possible. And, of course, for those lottery teams, just continuing to develop and build winning habits.
Drops it in from 14 feet away.
After missing his first 4 shots, he finally gets one to drop.
They set a pick. There's the drive out to the right wing. Pass to Mack, the 15-footer. Ellis with a rebound.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And the shot's good. Guarded by Edwards.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Ellis' shot is off. Chicago leading. Rips down the breakaway slam.
He made a great decision there to push the basketball up. Excellent teamwork.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Hawks. Pass to Ellis. Three-pointer. Hits a three-pointer. Ellis has got 7 points.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
There's a screen. He takes it in. The three is up. Rebound Atlanta. Bird's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 from deep. Here's Edwards, plenty of space. Rebounded by Mack.
Now, the defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Edwards, a pass to Robbie. Here's Ellis. Outside Edwards. Inside. Shot clock at 6. Law tips it back in.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable. Guarded by Edwards. And there's the drive. To the left wing. Here's Mack. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
The officials were right on top of that one.
That free throw no good. The Bulls making a switch here. And the second free throw is good. The Hawks trailing. Here's Terry. Driving to the basket. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Down low. Mack The rebound by the Hawks. You know, last game they matched up with the Mavs. A tough loss there.
And they got to the line at a good clip, but couldn't cash in, and it ruined their chances.
Yeah, drawing fouls is tough, but the important part about that is when you get to the free throw line, you got to turn those into points, and it might have cost them in that last ball game missing all those chippies. Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress with his passing ability.
Picked by Murray. Here's Terry, defended by Jackson. Terry, the pass to Ellis. Murray for three. And it's Chicago with a board. Mobley's got his fourth rebound in this one. And then Porter with the dunk.
Yeah, check out the ups on Porter. Leaping off the floor and playing over the defense.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Ellis. Here's Terry. Puts up a three. Pure from three-point range. Terry's got 5.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Mobley on a screen. Good drive by Porter. And Mobley throws it down.
Yeah, crafty play by Porter, tripping up the defense and opening things up for another guy.
Here's Terry, defended by Jackson. Right wing. Here's Ellis. And it's Atlanta scoring again.
Now that's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
And here's Porter. Pass to Mobley. Crafty move. Got a hand on it. Murray against Jackson. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Here's Mack. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, a strong move to the rack draws that foul.
Both teams will make substitutions. And he can't hit the second. The Hawks leading. And the Hawks with another 3.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Hayden with a screen. The drive by Porter. Out of bounds. It'll be Hawks ball. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Throws it up high. Stolen by Ayton. Pass to Glover. Porter looks it over. Out to the right wing. Here's Glover. And it's off from three-point range. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Hawks ahead, up by 4. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
And I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
And so in the game for the Bulls, Edwards, the pass to Roberts. drops in the layup for 2. And the Hawks lead by 6.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Timeout called, the Bulls. Just 2 games before the playoffs get going. Let's see how the field might look. You look at the Hawks, with great effort over a long season. They're second in the conference. And, of course, the Bulls, a couple spots down.
Well, right now for the Hawks, they've been relentless competitors all season long. They've assured themselves of a lot of home games in the postseason, and we'll see if they can capitalize.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, DeAndre Ayton has big goals. He said, quote, "I want to be the best young two-way player in the league, controlling the game even if I'm not scoring the ball. Being everywhere, creating shots, rolling, blocking shots, just being in the paint, loud, communicating. That's my type of basketball."
He's got all the tools, Allie. Thanks for that. Good stuff there.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Outside Edwards. To the inside. Pass to Robinson. Yep, that one goes.
That's pretty unselfish there. He sees that there's a better shot on the perimeter and bang, just kicks it out.
Here's Barber, guarded by Edwards. Jackson outside. From deep. Knocks it down from distance. Jackson's got 5.
Well, they brought the double team to force the ball out of his hands, but failed to rotate off the pass.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. And Grant, you talked about it early in your playing days, blaming yourself for the Pistons not winning. Talk about that pressure on the best player to deliver wins.
Well, B.A., the pressure's real, and it's tough to keep perspective and just control what you can control. When you're tasked with leading a team to victory, you expect it first and foremost from yourself.
Terry's checked in for Roddy. And the Hawks with possession here. Fires the 3. Connects from downtown. Give him 8.
How about that? The big man, Mitchell Robinson, able to find a teammate.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Here's Barber, guarded by Edwards, and he gets that one.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Atlanta's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Terry, the pass to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Another 3 for Atlanta.
They're shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
Here's Barber, guarded by Edwards. The shot that time not on target. Good work defensively by Robinson. You know what I appreciate about Mitchell Robinson is his defense and how well he uses his length, Brent.
You know, he is so good, B.A., at getting positioning to alter shots. And he finds ways to come up with a number of blocks, not to mention how active he is on the glass.
Here's Roberts. And it's Chicago with a board.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Pass to Ayton. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton tucks it last. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for him.
We're just not seeing the same tenacity from him on the defensive end lately. He hasn't been blocking as many shots over the last few months, and I think it's made him a little less intimidating under the hoop.
Jack's up at 3.
Roberts. His first.
For Chicago, they've gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Pass to Glover. The 3. Second chance effort, and he takes it up and lays it in. 10 points for him.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
They set the screen. Sinks it from distance. And the Hawks lead by 7.
And that's his second in this quarter, guys. He's made 3 so far this game and is showing no signs of slowing down.
To the right side. Now here's Ayton, tightly guarded. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Evans. Tries again. He can't hit that time. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Pass to Jackson. Second shot opportunity.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Glover, guarded by Edwards. Sinks the tray. Glover's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Second chance shot, and the layup is good. Bird's gotten his second bucket.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
Driving in. Got a piece of it. Here's Ellis. Count it. He's 4 for 8 now. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Trailing by 8. After this game, they can look forward to Boston, where they will match up against the Celtics. That'll be the last leg of a 6-game road trip for the club. And that one drops for him.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Edwards against Jackson. Over to the wing. Here's Evans. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got a rebound, number 5 here tonight. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after a good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
All right, everyone, let's get hyped. It's time for the Hawks ball.
So both teams making some changes here. And while we can, let's see which teams have been running the league's most efficient offenses. Number 1, Chicago.
The smart offensive moves this team makes helps them open up the floor and find great looks. That's how they've secured such an impressive shooting percentage.
Pass to Evans. Out left to the wing. Here's Ellis. Drops in the 3. Ellis has got 5 points in the quarter.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
And he makes it on the layup. He's got 12.
It feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Pass to Evans. And he's going for the lob.
I just love that alley-oop slam, D.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. To the paint. And Mobley throws it down.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Here's Ellis. 15 in his last outing. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
His second.
It's going to be Evan Mobley. And the first one at the line is good. So both teams changing it up here.
2 shots.
So he gets them both. Chicago's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Inside. Here's Mack. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both shots. Atlanta's gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And it's Bird with a rebound.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Here's Roberts. That shot, no good. Chicago trailing here. Pass to Glover. The 3. Rebound Atlanta. Bird's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Evans. Still no points. Ellis's shot is off.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
And so it's Atlanta with it. The Bulls making their last shot. Here's Evans. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback. Roberts has got 4 points in the quarter.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
And he drives in. Roberts with the rebound.
Well, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
59 seconds left to play in the first half. To the middle. Pass to Glover. Here's Moody. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From downtown, Atlanta with the rebound. Roberts has got his 7th rebound here tonight. 30 seconds left in the first half. Evans, that's good.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Pass to Mack. Will it go? Atlanta with the rebound. Here's Roberts. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Defensive foul.
That's unblockable unless they can get a bigger man on him. That'll learn your lesson.
At the line.
And so it's Atlanta up 15 points as this quarter concludes. And the 3-ball has been huge in building this lead. Back after this.
Let's hear it for Red Panda.
Now, Shaq, you once said that all the real big men are extinct because you killed them off.
That would be a correct.
And now let's talk about our game at hand. What a first half for the Hawks.
Well, the scoring off the bench changed the
Thanks for tuning in.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And so Porter will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 15-point game. We've got Edwards, and it's Evans in at the point. So that's the Hawks 5. Out to Wood. Jackson on the wing. Takes the 3, and it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Ellis. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. Pass to Law. The shot off that time.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Lets it go from deep. And it's Bird with a rebound. Birds, and for the Hawks, they're shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. Now Edwards, guarded by Wood. Here's Evans to the left side wing. Here's Ellis from outside, off the mark.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And a nice finish on the layup. He's got 14.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
And once again, off the mark by Atlanta.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Good on the shot.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Here's Edwards. After the basket by Chicago. Pass to Law. Out to the wing. Here's Ellis. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
Now here's Wood. Still without a bucket. The 11-footer. Outside Porter. 6 to shoot. From 8 feet away, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Evan Mobley, he's checked in for Chicago.
Number 41, Evan Mobley.
For Atlanta, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Atlanta calls timeout.
He recognized his players were fatigued and needed time to catch their breath.
And we all know how much defense is valued in this league. Here are the shooting guards who are wreaking the most havoc since the All-Star break. The 4th spot held by Anthony Edwards.
The overall quickness of these guys is just flat out incredible. I mean, quick feet, quick hands. That's why they're effective perimeter defenders.
Well, if he was a light switch, he'd always be on. Defensively, they treat each possession like the game depends on it. They're looking to cause a little bit of chaos in any way that they can.
To the wing on the left. Lots of room. The shot by Evans, no good. The Bulls have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Down low. Here's Mobley. Ellis with a rebound.
That was a clever move to try to lose the defender in midair there, even if he didn't knock down the shot.
Shoots over Jackson, and it's Chicago with a board. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Outside Edwards from 10 feet away. Here's Bird. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And that's a backbreaker for the defense. I mean, offensive boards like that run momentum against you.
Yeah, that pops your confident balloon out there, just completely deflating when plays like that happen.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. Mobley on a screen. Here he goes. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
At the line for the Bulls.
And he knocks down the first one. So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, diversity is certainly valued in the NBA, but Commissioner Adam Silver said we should have more women coaches. We should have a female head coach right now. We should have more women referees. As much as we've led in certain areas, we're a bit behind in this area. It's something we're working very hard on. Brian?
All right, great point there, Allie. Good stuff. We appreciate it.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Here's Evans. He's got 5. Tipped. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Tipped away. Pass to Ellis. Puts it up from 17. And he can't get that one.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And he trims the lead to single digits.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Now here's Edwards. He's closely guarded. To the inside. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. He's got 18. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Hawks. They lead by 7. There's a screen. Inside. Here's Law. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
And that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. 20 points for him.
And he waited for the last possible minute to get that one off. Made a sick adjustment right before he let it go.
Here's Ellis. Deflected. Here's Glover. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. And now just a 5-point Atlanta lead. Atlanta's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Outside Edwards. Pass to Law. Outside Edwards. To the paint. Stolen by Mobley. Here's Glover. Mobley, a screen on Edwards. Clock at 4. Rebounded by the Hawks. Ellis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
The Bulls have gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. To the middle. Out to Mobley. Let's go with a 3. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
Mobley, a screen on Edwards. Here's Glover. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Hawks.
But what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
And there's another thing going on right now for them that has to get their confidence up, and that's the 3-ball. I mean, it's been falling for them. They're locked in, and that outside shot going, that's a big difference maker.
Chicago has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Mobley on a screen. Glover, pass to Mobley. Here's Glover. From the wing, and yep, it's good. Glover's got 7 now in this quarter.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Evans. 7 points in the game. Ellis's shot is off. To the paint. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Now you have to prevent him from getting to the paint unless you want to see a highlight.
A minute 53 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Evans, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. Ellis, good.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on it.
Mobley on a screen. At the drive. And he throws it down with one hand.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
So it's Atlanta now after the basket by Chicago. The shot by Evans, no good.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
And there's the screen. Down low. Robinson with a steal. Inside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Team second.
It's going to be Evan Mobley.
At the line for your Hawks. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. He does not get the second one. Chicago trailing here. Out to the wing. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Five to shoot. Baseline jumper. Roberts with a rebound. Roberts has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And he lobs it up top. And he dumps it down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Chicago has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Robinson defending. To the left side wing. They set the pick. He shoots. Here's Mack. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Okay, showing he's capable of throwing it down.
Hey, I wish we saw more of these dunks from him. He obviously has the size and ability for it.
I don't think really that's his personality. Sometimes he's just waiting for things to happen, and other times he's in attack mode.
Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. The Hawks on top. They're up by 4. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court for Chicago. Well, Chicago's shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Going inside.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Pass to Roddy. Launches it. On target from range. And the Hawks lead by 5.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over.
Here we go, fans. Coming from Buckingham are your ATL dancers.
the force.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Team first.
Takes it inside. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
His fourth. Team 7.
The first one falls.
Number 7.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
Roberts. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play.
His second.
Terry's checked in for Atlanta.
At the line for Atlanta.
So it's Chicago now. Pass to Mack. To the inside. Count that bucket. 24 points for him.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Robinson finds Edwards. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
Edwards comes with a double team. Just 4 to shoot. Moody from outside. Roberts with a rebound. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Atlanta. 4-point game from behind the arc. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Pass to Moody. 4-3. Oh, the smooth 3 from Moody.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
And this is how confident Edwards is. Feels like he can sink these shots whenever he wants.
There's a screen. From 7 feet away. And that one's good.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Atlanta has gone only 1 of 4 for the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Now a timeout called by Atlanta.
And things are always changing throughout a game. Teams have to adjust on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Give it up for your Hawks.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Screen by Robinson. And here's Edwards outside. Rebound by the Bulls.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, they can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Here's Mobley. And he can't jam it through. The Hawks have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Outside Edwards. Fires the 3. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Mobley on a screen. Down low to take the lead. Up and in on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 1.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Outside Edwards. Screen by Robinson. There's the triple. Again, the miss by Edwards.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit one from range in the first half, but nothing since.
It's hauled in by Robinson. Fades and shoots. Rebound by the Bulls. Mobley's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession.
Substitution for your Hawks. Ellis.
Oh, swiped away. And a fast break now for the Hawks. There's the block. And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Chicago on D. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. To end the drought. Ellis, good. Ellis has got 25 points in the game. Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Into the lane. Just 5 on the clock. And he comes up with a bucket. 28 points for him.
And they're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
The floater. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Ellis has got 9 points now in the second half. Here's Glover, guarded by Edwards. Mobley on a screen. Puts it up from 12. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Glover, no good on the three.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
To the paint. Edwards can't hit.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
From the arc. Another shot. And the layup is up and in. And the Bulls lead by 1.
Smart play call to get him something at the rim.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
It's Edwards on the wing. Takes a three. Rebound by the Bulls.
Boy, I'd love to see him just get a smidge closer to the basket. Once he sees a few shots go in from there, that might open up everything from distance.
Out left to the wing. From deep, Mobley. They grab their own miss. Count it. Good.
Just owning the offensive glass right now. Just refusing to let up.
Well, we saw this same kind of attack in the last game. Ferocious effort in back-to-back outings.
Atlanta calls timeout.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
The coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And the Hawks making a change here. Outside Edwards. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. The Bulls have gotten 8 of 16 attempted shots to go here in the fourth. Count that one. And now it's a 5-point Bulls lead.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
They set the pick. Here's Evans. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. To the wing, right side. The shot by Glover, no good.
he's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Over to the left wing. Here's Law. It's deflected. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. And it's Bird with a rebound. Now here's Edwards. Defense is right there. Pass to Bird. Clock at 6. It's tipped. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. And stolen by Edwards. And a fast break now for the Hawks. They still need this. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
The ever-expanding skill set of Edwards. Nice dish right there.
Chicago leading. Here's the pick. Tipped. That's another board. And he hauls in his 20th rebound.
Oh, just dominating the glass.
Here's Evans. And it's Chicago with a board.
Yeah, it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
It falls!
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
There's 39 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
His 4th. Team's 4th.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
2 shots.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 7-point game.
Some padding here on the free throw line, some good work.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Do you want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Oh, and Mobley with the block. Pass to Ellis. Fires from deep. And he sinks it. And now they trail by just 4. And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5.
Number 7. 2 shots.
And so both free throws good. And it's a 6-point ball game. Now a timeout called by Atlanta. They trail by 6. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th.
All right, everyone. Let's get hyped. It's time for the Hawks Hype Ball.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the 4th. Goes up at the elbow. He connects!
And you gotta love the mentality of Anthony Edwards. He wants to be the star. He wants the spotlight. Not everyone is like that.
Team is in the picture room. Shooting for Chicago. At the line for 2.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And the second of 2 is good. And that puts him up 5. 12 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Pass to Bird. Here's the 3. Can't get it to dribble.